Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Mark again here at WeatherMan Plus. Now, I'm going to give you the updates on what's going on with Storm Diaz because it is strengthening and showing even more potential. Plus, the severe weather is going all the way towards northern Florida. This will go all the way towards Wednesday and Thursday. And you can see right here for the blizzard conditions. Now, first of all, everybody that's in the light blue right here, you're in a winter storm watch. But all this dark blue is all winter storm warning. A lot of snow about to come, as y'all probably already know. But if you look for the blizzards right here in the red, you can see that the blizzards are going to last for days. Now, you won't get snow for a lot of days, but a lot of these blizzards will be ground blizzards later where you don't have much visibility. For blizzards, you just need 35 miles per hour winds for 3 hours or more with only a quarter of a mile visibility or less. So after you have all this snowfall, when there will be breaks in your weather, there still will be a lot of high winds. So there's still chances for ground blizzards where the winds can just stir up the snow that's already fallen. So you have blizzard warnings all the way until the 15th for South Dakota, Nebraska, Wyoming, and it even gets into portions of Colorado as well and Montana. Plus, we are picking the winners of the 2 generator giveaways. That is being picked today, and I have another giveaway that is coming soon. So make sure you tune in. If you've never been here before, make sure you subscribe. I am all year long. So before we go into the forecast, let's show the warnings that we have from National Weather Service. South Dakota, here's your timing of impacts of how much snow, freezing rain in your areas you're going to have. And you can see you have snow blowing for days. So make sure you pause the screen, look in your area, and see what your timing is on these impacts. Also for Wyoming, you can see that Tuesday you will have heavy snow and windy, and you will be under blizzard conditions. Also for Wednesday. Also for Nebraska, you can see that you will have some freezing rain moving in early Tuesday all the way till noon at least on Tuesday. A lot of freezing rain before you get the snow. And the snowfall is showing up to 2 feet for Nebraska. Plus, with all these blizzard conditions lasting for days, we have some interstates passing through this area. So in my opinion, I believe it could be a state of emergency since it's going to last this long, and it is some well-used interstates. I think these interstates could close down because of these conditions. Just be aware that if you are traveling, this is going to be a dangerous area to drive through. But as we look for timing, you can see here with HRRR that all the way through tonight, that's when it's really going to start with the freezing rain, the heavy banding of snow while these storms go all the way up towards the Dakotas. And overnight is where this is going to appear for y'all into the morning. A lot of storms, a lot of snow, a lot of freezing rain, and chances for ice. As you go through tomorrow, let's move a little bit more east, but this system is just going to sit here and twirl for a couple of days. That's why you're getting so much snowfall. That's why your blizzard conditions are lasting so long. And the worst part of the winds is on the west side of this system. That's why you have the blizzard conditions for so long, because y'all going to have the winds the longest. Now, as you go through Tuesday afternoon, you can see it transitions to freezing rain and snowfall for South Dakota, also for Minnesota, while you're getting storms in Iowa and some freezing rain for northern Iowa. Then once you go through the afternoon, it starts moving through Wisconsin as well with some freezing rain still for Minnesota while you're still getting all this snow on the wraparound. That's why you're getting so much snowfall. Then as you go through Tuesday evening, it's going to transition to the upper Midwest for Wisconsin, and it's going to be northern with the freezing rain and ice where everybody else is still in the storms. And as this passes a little bit further, that's when the snowfall is coming down for Wisconsin, if you're wondering, sometime around Thursday, Friday, and Saturday when this goes towards the northeast. So here's the update from National Weather Service for today. You have thunderstorms in all of this green. Also for Southern California, you still have that flood problem with them storms coming. It's going to help out with your drought. But you see all the heavy snow in this gray and white stripe with snowfall coming down in the white. But now you still have all this freezing rain that's coming down today with mixed precipitation. And as we go through tomorrow, this is going to spread further to the upper Midwest and cover a lot of people. A lot of heavy snowfall, even getting underneath this freezing rain. So you will transition from freezing rain to heavy snowfall. But look at this wide area of freezing rain for tomorrow, for Tuesday. While we have all these thunderstorms going all the way up to the Ohio Valley, you still have severe weather down here in the south. A lot of thunderstorms possible. I'm showing a lot of high winds. And you still see the heavy rain with the flash flooding that's coming with this system. As you go through Wednesday, you're still going to have a lot of heavy snowfall still coming to the upper Midwest. Mixed precipitation, but look at all the freezing rain that's transitioning now towards the northeast. While you still have that severe weather potential, and it will travel towards northern Florida as well, and another big area of flash flooding. So let's go through your severe weather aspects. So for today, you do have this marginal and you have this slight risk. Now the slight risk is for wind and maybe a little bit of hail, but your slight risk is for wind, guys. Your tornado threat is actually a 2% with a 5%, right where these storms are going to be flaring up later on this afternoon. So your 5% is Garden City, Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas, Liberal, Kansas, Woodward, Oklahoma, with your 2% being Abilene, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Lawton, Oklahoma, Weatherford, Texas, and Duncan, Oklahoma. Now for tomorrow, for Tuesday, this is where it starts to ramp up. You have your big marginal, you have your big slight risk, and you have your enhanced section. Now, your enhanced section is for winds. It's not for tornadoes. You have a 30% chance for damaging winds for Tuesday in this red. You also have the chances for hail. Your tornado threat, you do have a significant severe still in this area, but you can see it's 10%, 5%, and the 2%. So the enhanced section that you see is for winds, guys. Still, you have the tornado threat for Tuesday. And you can see your cities and states here with a significant severe and the 10% being the same area. Shreveport, Louisiana, Bossier City, Louisiana, Monroe, Louisiana, Alexandria, Louisiana, and Marshall, Texas. You also can see your 5% in the brown and your 2% in the green. Plus, as we go through Wednesday, you have another severe weather chance. You have a big 15% in this yellow and a 5% in the brown. And here's your cities and states at risk for Wednesday. And it's not over. Just like I showed you yesterday, this is going to go towards northern Florida. For Thursday, you have a big 15% for severe weather. And here's your cities and states at risk so far. I will keep you updated. As you go through tomorrow, you can see it starts squeezing down on 60 dew points all the way till tomorrow morning. Then it goes towards tomorrow afternoon. And now you have high 60s, even portions of 70s by 3 p.m., all across Louisiana, southern Arkansas, even Mississippi. And as you go later in the day, look how it just pinches to one certain area right along the coast of Texas, Louisiana, southern Arkansas, even Mississippi. All of y'all are getting into the high 60 dew points. Even places are in 70. So there will be a lot of thunderstorms, especially tomorrow night and going overnight to the early morning hours. Look how strong the dew points stick around. This is all the way till midnight. This is far we can see with HRRR for 48 hours. And I like to stay with HRRR because it's the best high resolution model. But you do see as you go into the afternoon that you do get some strong lift that comes out for northern Texas, Panhandle of Texas, a little bit of Oklahoma, also a little bit of Kansas, even getting into Nebraska. That's why y'all got that tornado threat, because there is going to be enough lift to create these thunderstorms that could get some rotation. We have to take a look at it. Then as we go overnight for tomorrow, it starts growing. Once you get to about 10 a.m., you get some strong lift, a lot of cape in your area, and look how it gains from tomorrow all the way until tomorrow afternoon. And as you go overnight, tomorrow night, you see it stays around northern Louisiana. And then once you go late into the night, it starts transitioning into Mississippi. You can also see where your tornado perimeters. So good wind shear, good lift. This makes strong perimeters. So right around 7 p.m. tonight, you have a chances for tornadoes for the Panhandle of Texas as it moves later on towards Oklahoma and Kansas, all the way to 11 p.m. Then it starts wilding down, and once we go through tomorrow, you have your chances for your tornadoes. Once we go into the daytime heating, you see it gets strong for southeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, all the way to 2 p.m., and it carries right across northern Louisiana all day long. Then once you get to tomorrow night, then it moves towards Mississippi, and that's where you have those overnight tornadoes that are possible. And when you look with higher resolution rapid refresh, you can see you do get some storms that start to pop up for Kansas, for the Panhandle of Texas, going towards Oklahoma, right around 9 and 10 o'clock. And those flare up all evening long. And then once you go for tomorrow morning, these storms are going to move to the east. Now, at this point, your lift is still down here. So this is going to be thunderstorms, not tornadoes up here. But you can see all the mix, all types of precipitation that we're getting. Once you go through tomorrow morning, it's going to be a lot of storms, but once you go to the afternoon, that's where the daytime heating comes in. That's where these storms start strengthening up. And it shows a lot of strong strength for northeastern Texas into southern Arkansas, and it carries across into Louisiana. A lot of strong storms coming all the way till tomorrow night. Then it starts carrying overnight for northern Louisiana going into Mississippi, while everybody else is still going to be in thunderstorms with all this crazy winter weather going on. This is just the severe weather aspect. So once you get these storms going and you get the wind direction change with height or some speed shear, just some strong storms in general, you can check this with your helicity values. That's what helicity is wind direction change with height. You can see all the way till midnight on Tuesday, you do get a strong cell going through Kansas. You get a strong cell coming through the panhandle of Texas going into Oklahoma, while you get some overnight storms going through Texas into Oklahoma. Then once the daytime heating kicks in for Tuesday again, then you get a chance for some strong cells coming through northeastern Texas going into northern Louisiana all afternoon long, even southern Arkansas a little bit, as it carries into Mississippi towards midnight. A lot of chances for some strong cells to pop through, leaving a lot of chances for these to become tornadoes. And you can see right here, as you go into 4 p.m. for Tuesday, checking out for northern Louisiana, as this front comes across, it stirs up these cells in front of the front. Now, there could be some hidden cells, some sleeper cells in this line of storms as it comes across. But as you check for 4 p.m., you can see right here on the photograph that you're getting some wind direction change with height. Not a lot of winds, but you're getting 15-knot winds going west-northwest. And then on the higher elevations, they are going wind direction and strengthening back to the east-northeast. So you do have a nice little hook right there. Not a big hook, but you still have a hook. Chances for some spin-ups. And you can see down here, you have 15-knot winds going to the west-northwest, and you have some strong winds. But these winds are at the 500 millibar level. And once you go forward a little bit, you can see it stays in that direction, still with the high winds at the 500 millibar level, still getting your wind direction change with height, but the height is way up in the atmosphere, so there's going to be a lot of rotation, a lot of spinning around in the atmosphere. Now this stays like this all the way until 7 p.m. Once you hit 7 p.m., you can see your dew points are in the 60s, the green line, and it is reaching all the way up to the 850 millibars. So you do have a lot of dew points going all the way in this storm. And if you look at it, you can see a nice hook here. You have winds at 15 knots, almost 20, going west-northwest, and they're changing with direction to the east-northeast and strengthening up all the way to 50-knot winds. And you can see that right here. You have 15-knot winds going to the west-northwest, but now your high winds are changing with direction at the 850 millibars. So at this point, right around 7 o'clock for northern Louisiana, you do have a chance for a tornado. And as you go to 8 o'clock, it really changes quickly. You still have the wind direction change with height, and you go to 9 o'clock, you can see it starts to leave a little bit. The wind direction change with height goes a little bit higher into the atmosphere, and once you go to 9 o'clock, it's gone. But at 9 o'clock, you have speed shear. So you can see here on the photograph that the winds are literally going north-northeast all the way up into the atmosphere, so you don't have the wind direction change with height. But you can see that at the higher elevations, right at the 850, this is where your higher winds are. And that triangle is 50, and the small line is 5, a big line is 10. So that's 55-knot winds at the higher elevation. So what you have here is speed shear. You have winds strengthening as you go higher into the elevation, and this is also another chance for causing tornadoes. It's not just directional shear, also speed shear. So this is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it stays there. Speed shear with direction at height. You see it going to the northeast. Still have a lot of speed shear. So you can see here for Louisiana that once you go through 4 p.m. all the way to 7 p.m., you do have directional shear chances for tornadoes. But once you go from 7 p.m. on, it's going to be a damaging wind gust situation plus chances for speed shear. Also around 3 p.m. for southern Arkansas, you are definitely getting wind direction change with height. You have 15-knot winds going to the northwest, and then it changes to the northeast with 50-knot winds. You can see this on a photograph. It is going northwest, and then it is changing direction and intensity as it goes up towards 50-knot winds. So you definitely have a chance around 2 and 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Even a couple of hours past that, you are still getting directional shear, and it is strengthening with height. So southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, I do see a chance for tornadoes. And as we back up a little bit for Texas, you can see right around 11 a.m. on Tuesday that you do start to get some directional shear. You get some northwest winds, then northeast winds getting stronger with height. You can see this in the photograph. You are getting winds to the northwest, and it is strengthening as it's changing direction. So around 11 o'clock for northeastern Texas, you have a chance for tornadoes. And it sticks around for 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But once you go to 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, now you are getting speed shear. Now you're getting winds going from the south to the north, and they are strengthening at the higher elevations at 850 millibars. You can see here on a photograph that it is not directional shear. This is speed shear. This is where it's gaining in strength as it goes higher in the atmosphere, which is a chance for tornadoes as well. And it sits there as these storms move by. That is your biggest chance to get some kind of tornadoes. After that, you can see it turns into damaging winds. All your winds are going east, northeast. You can see here on the photograph that it will turn into a damaging wind event after your chances for your tornadoes. So northeastern Texas, northern Louisiana, and southern Arkansas, you do have chances for tornadoes for Tuesday. But just the next 48 hours with high resolution rapid refresh, you see everybody is in at least 40 miles per hour wind gusts. Then you have the 50s in the orange, even the 60s in the red, even the higher elevations of Wyoming and Colorado getting into the 70s. The highest being 86. This is over here for Mexico. Y'all getting some high winds as well. And you can see how it strengthens up as it goes towards northeastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, and a little bit of southeastern Missouri. That's as far as we can see, but that's where it starts to strengthen up. Also, as this strong storm goes to the upper Midwest for Thursday, we're still getting that potential nor'easter in the northeast for Thursday and Friday, and strengthening it up as it moves away. Plus, our next system, there's a lot of cold air coming through, and it has a chance to maybe some southern snowfall. It is coming down around the 19th, the 18th, and the 19th, right when we get this cold blast of air, and it could pull some precipitation on the wraparound, and maybe some southern snow will fall. And this is where you're going to get some very cold wind chills coming in from the 18th and the 19th. A lot of cold air coming to the south, giving it a chance for that snowfall. But if you look up here for the upper Midwest, now with your wind chills, you have a chance to get all the way up to negative 50 degrees. We're talking about Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, even Nebraska and Minnesota getting under this. Iowa, you're going to feel like you're in the negative 30s. This is a very cold wind chill that's passing through from the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. Very cold. Look at that. I can't get over that. Negative 50 wind chills. That is super cold. While everybody else is going to feel like single digits to teen temperatures all across the south, with negative wind chills going all the way into the Ohio Valley. This is going to be a very cold system that's coming through after we deal with the one we're dealing with now, bringing a lot of people in a lot of cold temperatures, the coldest we've seen yet. Still showing as widespread a foot of snow. And right here for South Dakota, you have a big hot spot for 2 feet of snowfall to go with all of them blizzards. I really think y'all going to go into a state of emergency just because those interstates are not going to be travelable. And you can see how the snowfall lightens up as it goes further south into the upper Midwest. Now you do get a little glaze coming across the Ohio Valley, so you'll see snow, but whether it sticks or not, I don't think it will. I think it'll be washed away with the kind of weather that y'all going to be getting. But in the Northeast, you still have a chance for a foot of snow widespread. You also see with the GFS that we do have some cold air on the AO, the Arctic Oscillation, coming in around the 18th and the 19th, and we still have that other one coming around Christmas time. And the ice potential is for y'all over here as well. So you can see what you have with your ice. Well, your freezing rain, you see you have a big hot pocket for southeastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota, northwestern Iowa. Now you get some for northern Wisconsin, also for Michigan. You get a chance for some good ice accumulation, some freezing rain as this system transitions over. A lot of chances for some very heavy freezing rain, even for Detroit. And you can see right here for the Northeast, it's still showing that Northern Virginia and Western Virginia, a big hot pocket for a lot of freezing rain. This will cause another ice storm if this shows true, and it will cause a lot of power outages as well. And you can see it does get up towards Pennsylvania. Now, it's definitely too far to be showing what's going on Christmas time. It's too far to be showing what's going on with this snowfall in the south. We all know past a couple of days will change, and we don't know really what's going to happen past 5 days. Now, the Euro did show that there is a chance for a southern snowfall to come out of that system as it comes from the southwest. And the GFS is agreeing with that as well, that there is a chance for a snowfall to come to Texas as you go from the 17th through the 19th. But let's pick the winners of these two generators I'm giving away. And like I said before, if you've never been here before, make sure you subscribe. We love to give things away back to the community. Matter of fact, I got another thing that I'm going to be giving away. So let's choose who's going to be the winners. So let's get the comments and pick the winners, guys, of these two generators. So we had a lot of responses yesterday. Evidently, a lot of people still need generators, so I will keep this going for quite some time. And our first winner, Jennifer Janisic. Apologize if I said that wrong. You are the winner of the first generator. So make sure you contact me at my email. This is my email for my second channel. It's been my oldest email. So contact me on this email and we will cross information so I can see where I need to send your generator. Congratulations to you, Jennifer. Now let's pick another winner. We have two generators to give away. And the second one is for Jacqueline Alvarez. Congratulations, Jacqueline. You are the winner to the second generator. So once again, contact me on the email so we can check everything of where I need to send this generator to you. But remember, we've had this issue many times on these giveaways on these generators where people don't check back with the video. So don't give up yet, because if I don't get contacted by these two women, I will be picking new winners tomorrow. Plus, it's far from over, guys. I have another giveaway. This costs over $300. It is literally a weather station. I will tell you more about this the day after tomorrow when we know that we have the winners already for the generators. Because I'm going to be giving away a weather station and maybe do this a lot. But I don't want you to leave without the thoughts and the words for today. So, amen. Psalm 20. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary and strengthen thee out of Zion. Remember all thy offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Selah. Grant thee according to thine own heart and fulfill all thy counsel. We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save, Lord. Let the King hear us when we call. Amen. And may he bless every single one of you as you're going through this. Please prepare for power outages possible, especially what's going on with this ice and these blizzards for the upper Midwest. That's a pretty serious thing. Days and days of blizzards. So really, truly, bless you all. All power goes to our God, our loving Father, forever. Amen. Hallelujah. Have a great day, everybody.